I still vaguely remember a time when there were all kinds of different interesting people on Joe Rogan's podcast with backgrounds in academia, sports, comedy, and it didn't matter what kind of political affiliation they had. And with that, he managed to become one of the most successful journalists, if you can call him that, of this generation, probably. I mean, he dwarfs all of legacy news media combined, and he probably played a key role in getting Trump elected a second time. What I find so unfortunate is the fact that now he basically just moves in lockstep with everything that the Trump administration dictates, accepts it wholesale. The latest example of this being the pathetic attempt of Joe Rogan and his guest Andrew Wilson attempting to justify the killing of Alex Pretty by the two Border Patrol officers.
And then this other guy, Pretty, gets in between them. Okay, which again, if you are a concealed carry holder, is a giant no-no. You do not fucking do that. You do not engage with law enforcement when you're armed. You shouldn't engage with anyone. Ever. I mean,
you should be trained to avoid conflict.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. Is like,
yes.
If you're armed, you move into that next level of you need to really be avoiding conflict.
I don't think that anyone, after having watched this video, can come to the conclusion that what these two officers did was anything but a grave incompetence of policing in the best case, and in the more realistic case, straight up murder. But instead, Andrew and Joe focused all of their attention on the motives of this guy, questioning why was he at this protest anyway, or why would you even need to bring a gun to a protest? It's especially rich coming from a Second Amendment guy like Andrew Wilson, whose argument for the right to bear arms is always as a defense against tyrannical government. And I mean, what situation do we have now if not a case of overbearing tyrannical government? The crazy part is all of the Second Amendment people from Trump on down argue that that's kind of what you have to expect if you carry a gun and two magazines to a protest like this. And of course, people who aren't completely inundated with the Trump cult, they can still call a spade, and the NRA did exactly that, saying that no, it is absolutely justified to have a gun on you in this sort of situation, and it shouldn't be an automatic forfeiting of your right to life just because you carry a gun near a police officer. But I mean, it's not at all surprising to me that a guy like Andrew Wilson admires this bullying show of force by the government, because he is exactly this type of guy, this fake alpha male, wannabe strong guy who deep down feels kind of insufficient and weak and insecure, and that is why he admires strength in other people, because he lacks it. I can give you an example. He has this political theory wherein he says that women shouldn't be allowed to vote because rights actually come from the ability to enforce it, and because men are physically stronger than women. Ultimately, if they decided that women shouldn't have rights anymore, they could take away their rights. So rights are grounded at the end of the day by physical strength. So taking that logic to its conclusion, Andrew probably should have no rights to vote, or at least probably just a fraction of that man that helped him to open that pickle jar on the Whatever podcast.
An olive jar.
If you're so strong, you should open it.
Yeah, I got to be able to grip it.
Okay, we'll grip it. Let's go.
It's literally slippery.
Uh-oh.
Come on, you'll see for yourself. You can't get your fucking hand on it. Try it. Nah, you fucker. That was bullshit. Bullshit.
I mean, this guy's a walking contradiction. He says how it's important to be stoic in the face of hardship and to be in control of your emotions, but instead, when someone mentions that his wife has 3 baby daddies, he throws a hissy fit and just hurls insults at his interlocutor.
You need to be able to control your emotions, and you need to be able to attempt to control them at all times. It's not to say that you're not going to lose control. Nobody's perfect. But I think that the idea of the stoic man is a much better prospect.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're
mean?
a dyke. Don't talk about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
And that's perhaps the greatest gripe that I have with him. It's that he's just so hypocritical. Like he promotes Christian ethics and Christian nationalism on Joe Rogan's podcast and in general. But I mean, he's such a bad example of a Christian in the way he just acts in general. As an example, the second commandment, which states that thou shalt not use thy Lord's name in vain. People usually understand it to mean you shouldn't say like, God, I hate that guy, like using God like in a flippant manner. What it actually means is that you shouldn't use God's name to justify wrongdoings or evil acts. And I wouldn't go so far as to say that Andrew is evil. He's just not a good guy. And he tries to paint himself to be this good God-fearing Christian. And in the name of God and his religion, he then goes on the whatever podcast to shame women. And these are literal prostitutes and OnlyFans models. But he just, calls them skanks and whores. That is apparently what is his greatest calling. There is no empathy there. There's no, nothing in what he does or how he acts is actually mandated by the Christian faith, I think. You're a psychopath then. I think you're a psychopath.
Okay, so you think I'm a psychopath. I want you to understand and notate this, right? And it'll help you in your future debates. Psychopathy isn't real.
So that is my biggest problem with this guy, and I find it sad and pathetic that Joe Rogan finds this guy admirable. But I guess this is the kind of corner that Joe painted himself into, to be this kind of, straight up MAGA right-winger who only talks to other guys in the MAGA cult.